Breaking down Sabrina Carpenter's please to the tiniest detail. Because if a song has been to the top of the charts, its lyrics must be good, right? Right?
I'm just kidding.
If you're just starting out writing song lyrics, this video will help you a lot, so please watch till the end. We'll analyze the entire thing and come up with 3 things we could improve in those lyrics and 3 things we could take away and put in our own toolbox. By the way, Sabrina has good judgment and good taste, and I am Vadusha, and I'm the greatest expert on song lyrics in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. So starting with end rhymes. Judgment, taste, ironic, way, different, mistakes, just don't. Alright, seems that these rhyme a little bit and these don't. Judgment, ironic, different. Yeah, no rhymes. But taste, way, mistakes, they're not very solid rhymes. They're not fully rhyming, but they're pretty creative. Just don't. This one's kind of a broken expectation when everything has been pretty even up to this point, and this breaks everything. Not rhyming with anything and being a shorter line than the rest of them. Same as here. It seems like these tails rhyme. Just don't, yeah and no. Actor, guy. You, tonight. Culture, eyes. This one does a better job at rhyming these. You're an actor, devil's inside ya, just your culture. This may work if you adjust your articulation enough when pronouncing those. Stand-up guy, out tonight, roll their eyes. Works pretty well. Again, those are not very solid rhymes, but they're pretty inventive. Though I wish these rhymed better. Then there's a pre-chorus, which kind of works. It ties the verse and the chorus together. Then prove I'm right, make up so nice, and this one just extends the line. And then one thing, another, embarrassed little sucker. What? Why does it not rhyme? Where's the rhyming in the chorus? Sabrina, you let me down. This caught me off guard. Hope I recover. The chorus is not rhyming like almost at all. There's some different things happening in there. We'll talk about them a little bit later on in the video. Verse 2. Fun idea, babe. Stay inside. Some fresh air. So nice. Happily with me. What? Why? Sabrina, what happened? It kind of worked up to here. What happened here? I really wish this rhymed better. I really wish this rhymed. This one is embarrassingly lazy. What? Why? How did that happen? I'm not approving this. And then there's a little outro here, which is stupid music. Front of me, prolifically. Again, this is a very fun kind of rhyme when you have to accent the final syllable of a polysyllabic word like prolifically for it to be able to rhyme with in front of me, which is not the worst thing you can do, but not the best either. And stupid and music are okay. I mean, the bar is not all that high today, right? Let's now check if there's any other phonetical devices going on, if there's any internal rhymes or maybe alliterations or something else. It's funny and it's ironic, I promise. This is some internal rhyming right there. It makes this a little bit better than it would have been if there had not been these rhymes. Makes mistakes is a bit of an alliteration there. Not all that deliberate there. Funny and feel is an alliteration, but not sure if it's again deliberate. It doesn't look like Sabrina did that on purpose. Then this one's abundant in art. Everyone rolls their eyes. Then the chorus seems to make no sense phonetically. Nothing at all. Nothing in the second verse. Nothing in the outro. Sorry to say there's nothing much to it in phonetics. Summing it up, phonetically, the end rhymes are sometimes clever, sometimes they're absent. There's some traces of internal rhyming going on, a couple of alliterations, though they're not done on purpose, obviously. But otherwise, phonetically, this is not very strong. Sabrina could have done a better job doing this. So far, this looks like some lazy writing. Let's go a level deeper and see if there's any metaphors or other imagery, maybe epithets, maybe some syntactic devices. Here's a punchline right there, so she knows she's all that good, but only she feels that way. That's a nice punchline, though I wish it was in a stronger position, like right here, in the very end of the first piece, because that's where you need punchlines, at ends of things, in the strongest positions. Think of it as of a joke. You don't want to give up the essence of a joke, the punchline, too early. That's why the punchline is always the final word of it, so make it as close to the ending as possible, like right here. Then there's a nice syntactic device here called anadiploses. This line ends in acta, and this one begins with act. This is not an anadiplosis per se, because anadiplosis is when one line ends in a word, and then this very word is the beginning of the other line. Here it plays around that even more creatively. It uses the root to change it up a bit, make it even more dramatic. And then act like a stand-up guy is a nice simile that makes a punchline here. There's a devil inside, meaning there's a risk of something bad bursting out happening. And Sabrina extends this metaphor, asking the person to not let this out. Again, nice punchlines. I wish they were in a stronger position like right here. This one's a play on expectations. You're expecting, she's asking not to bring her to tears because it's just sad and painful emotionally. But there's a practical aspect to it because she just did her makeup. And this effect is strengthened by adding an extra line here. You're expecting this to be please, 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 short line. Please, 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 another short line rhyming with it. But she adds some more syllables right here and keeps you waiting, keeps you on the edge of your seat waiting for this rhyme, which all in all improves the impact of the punchline. Then there's juxtaposition used here. One thing, another, like literally opposing these things, making them contextual antonyms, because heartbreak and ego are not in the same field. They're not antonyms, they're just different things. But here they're juxtaposed like they're opposites. Again, there's a punchline here. You're craving fresh air and the ceiling fan can be a substitute for that. Nice punchline. Again, place it in a stronger position. Why not? And then the ending, she pulls off a Taylor Swift moment there, promising she will write a song if the person lets her down. Again, overall imagery is not all that good in that song. There's like one metaphor and that's it. But there's a couple of punchlines. They're pretty clever. If you put them in stronger positions, they could play out even better. There's a couple of cool syntactic devices. Overall, kind of lazy still. Let's go a level higher and see the actual tool that makes this song run. The storytelling. You can see that in verse 1, in the first half of it, we understand there's some relationship going on. And Sabrina seeds some doubt right there. She promises they're different, but who knows? Then she states that more explicitly. There's a devil inside them, but she still keeps believing everything's gonna be alright. Her doubt increases in the chorus and then manifests itself in the second verse, reaching its peak in the outro where she threatens them with some songwriting. Have you ever been threatened with songwriting? Then you must have dated Taylor Swift. Alright, 3 things I would improve in those lyrics, and the first one is the internal rhyming right here. These lines could rhyme way better. Kinda similar to this one, but even probably stronger. Same here in the second verse. And speaking of the second verse, the second thing I would improve is the second verse. Just edit the living hell out of it. It's just so badly written, like rewrite it in its whole. And probably the third thing is the punchlines. I take them away from here and put them in stronger positions in the ends of the verses. Right here, and right here. There are enough of those punchlines. You don't have to come up with new ones, just put those in better places. Now let's go and see some 3 things we could take and use as tools in our own songwriting. And the first one is obviously the storytelling, the structure it follows, the development we see. There's no piece of it that doesn't bring some new information. It changes from here to here. From here to the chorus, from chorus to verse 2, and then to the outro. The development is really professionally written. Number 2 is the repetition of please, please, please. It's right here, and right there. She starts the chorus with that, and she ends the chorus on that. That's a very strong thing to do in your songwriting. There's internal embedded repetition in the phrase itself because it's please, please, please. And then the entire phrase is repeated like 1, 2, 3 times in the chorus. And then another thing is making a loop here, starting from this and ending on this. This one's totally worth using in your own songwriting. And number 3 is the one we haven't talked about much, but take a look here. I know that something. I know that something. I heard that something. I know that something. This is something that repeats every time in every verse. It adds a lot of cohesion to the entire thing. It lets us see some familiar structures. And when we see familiar structures, we get pleased. And when we see development, change in those structures, we get teased. And there's a fine balance between pleasing and teasing the audience. And Sabrina does it really well. Alright, thank you very much for watching the video till the very end and not skipping any bit of it, because it lets YouTube know the video is interesting and the algorithm starts promoting the video. And most importantly, it makes me happy. So please, while you're subscribing to the channel, like the video, if you have a heart. I hope you managed to learn something from those lyrics, because you're awesome. Yes, you are.